Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got DeeRonn here, your 2024 Masters Champion, and today we are going to break down DeeRonn's game and see what he thinks, because a lot of you guys in the comments were like, let's get Dee back on the channel. So I got him back on the channel and we're going to analyze his game, see what he thinks, how he processes things in bowling, and give you guys some tips on how to improve your game. So let's get to it.
Absolutely. So Josh, thanks again for having me on. I really do appreciate it. So 2025 is what I'm going to call the start of my PBA Tour season. Out bowling the PTQs the last couple of years, was able to get a breakthrough, was able to get that win. I use that win to propel me to what it is that I'm doing right now, getting myself ready, getting myself trained, getting myself conditioned both physically and mentally. Because when you're going out there and bowling against the best bowlers in the world, you have to have that same thought process of, I'm one of the best bowlers in the world as well. So that's where I'm at, that's what I'm doing. I'm here with Josh, I'm gonna break this down a little bit to you, and I will tell you guys, it's very simple. My steps, my routines are just very simple because you can duplicate something that is simple. It's very hard to have things that are too complicated, but when you break it down to where it's nice and simple, we can definitely be able to do that for you. So you guys can get a little bit of my little tips here and there for what it is that I do when I'm out here bowling.
Let's go on the lanes and see what he does. Hey guys, sorry for interrupting the video, but if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button.
Hit it.
And if you want to see more of DeeRonn Booker, comment down below. And if you want updates on his 2025 PBA Tour Midway, comment down below. Comment down below.
Comment down below.
Comment down below. And let us know if you want to hear from him, and we'll get some videos up and give you some updates on how the 2025 PBA Tour is going.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'll be out there I'm at every event across the country, so when you see me, say hi.
Back to the video.
All right, so I'm gonna break this down to you as best as I possibly can. And bear with me because sometimes that can be a little technical, but I want to make sure that I'm not too technical. So I'm looking at the lane. I'm starting off with the phase AI, and the drilling that I have on the ball, which we will show, is going to allow me to play the lane a little bit straighter. And everybody thinks straight is going up the lane, but going up the lane isn't getting the ball going straight. It's just making sure that you're going straighter to your break point. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have my feet around 25 and get it to the marker board down lane with a straighter angle, because this is how this ball is going to work really well. Okay, so you saw that, and when we take a look at something that is, or let me rephrase that. That I felt like was a pretty good shot. The shot was good. I got it to where I wanted to. Might have been off timing a little bit, but this is when we start talking about touch. Okay? I'm going to touch and try to get the ball in shape. Now I can't move any further right, and I can't move the ball any further left. So what I want to do is, I want to get the ball going up the lane a little bit better to my break point to get the ball to shape. As well as practice. I know we hate shooting at spares, but shooting at spares is such a big thing. It really is, and I definitely focus on shooting spares. Now, you have all these conventional ways of picking up spares, going straight at it, creating a little bit of hook to it, but in this practice, I just want to make sure that I still understand that a spare is very important. All right, so now we're going to make a better shot with the exact same bowling ball. I'm not going to do any more movement on the lane. I'm going to still try to get it to that spot. But when we start defining the word touch is being able to get that 7-pin out, all right? So this is what we're gonna do to get that 7-pin out when it comes to touch. The best way for me to describe it is, I just make sure that the ball is rolling a little bit more true off of my hand, so it'll carry just a little bit better. You see that? So basically, roughly in the same spot down lane, and you saw that I went 4-pin because I got the ball to roll a little bit truer off my hand. Off of that move, now I know I can move just a little bit further to the left and be able to get that ball the shape the way that I need. And I'm only going to move about 3 or 4 to the left and get it to that same spot. But you did see, I went from barely carrying out the 7-pin to tripping out the 4-7. So let's go dead flush on this next one. There you go. That's how you go dead flush on it. That is what we talk about with touch and using the same bowling balls to be able to create that shape on the lane. That right there could not have been done any better. Best thing to do whenever I'm bowling and when I do something like that is I never focus on duplicating that shot, but I definitely focus on throwing it just as good to try to have the same result. That was awesome. There you go. So I was able to do it twice. So if I can do it twice, I can do it 3 times. But going off of what I was saying and what I was doing, you're able to see exactly what it is that I talk about and the things that I do when I practice. One of the most important things that we want to realize when we're out here bowling is when is it good to create more touch and when is it good to change bowling balls to be able to give you that shape. So what I'm going to do is, do I feel like I'm working kind of hard to get this ball to shape? A little bit, but I'm going to use a different bowling ball with a taller pin that we were going to show that does exactly what I need to do without having to create so much touch to the ball. And this is what's going to be fun is I'm going to make a blind ball change. I have not used this ball yet during this segment, so we're going to see if I'm standing in the same spot and using this ball with not trying to manipulate it and create that touch. Let's see if the ball is going to shape in the way that I want it to shape. Okay, so you can see that. You saw that that ball really wanted to pick up down lane, which is good because now I don't have to create any touch. I can go back with my normal release and I'll be able to make that happen. And just remember, like I said, it was a blind ball change. So we saw that this ball really wanted to pick up down lane. And typically for me, with this being the Ion Pro that I used in one of the videos, which is really cool, you're gonna see how much more this ball shapes down the lane without me creating without me creating as much effort. Okay, we'll try again. Which was good because you saw that the ball went high and then the ball went light. So that gives me the sign of saying, okay, I moved a little bit too far left. I got it too far in. It wasn't the greatest of shots, but it was good enough. It was good enough to leave me a 2-pin. And in the words of Mark Baker, he says, if you're leaving a 2-pin, you're doing all right. Much better. All right, now we're back to that same thing again when we start talking about getting the ball to go through the pins better. I thought that was pretty good. It got to the spot, it almost 7-10. So now we go again and we start talking about the touch. Now, this is going to be something that's really good information. I used one ball, was able to create that shape. I used another one and it's not being able to shape. And this is when when a lot of the professional bowlers start talking about the tricks in their game and what they're able to do to trick the ball, create more touch, to be able to get that 10-pin out. Because I was able to throw 2 shots, one where it went 3-6, 7-10, the next one where it went 2-pin. And now I'm like, okay, well, I made this ball change. Ball change really isn't the greatest ball change. We don't know how many bowling balls we're bringing, but what we're going to do is we're going to be able to create more touch on the lane with your hand to be able to get this ball to carry better. There is a 10-pin. I'm not going to go back on my rule. I'm going to actually shoot at this 10-pin to make sure I'm doing good with it. There we go. All right. It's really big and important. Even though I'm working on something, I still got to try to be self-disciplined and be able to pick up that spare. All right. What we always talk about, let's put our money where our mouth is. I said I can get this ball to shape where I need it to shape. We're going to do exactly that. Keep myself in the same spot on the ball. Sorry. Keep myself in the same spot on the lane. Make a good shot. Oh, that would have been so cool. All right, so that one 10-pin. Not bad, not bad. I really, truly thought that one was going to be good. But the bowling ball that I'm using, it is an Ion Pro with a little bit of a higher pin. the ball doesn't have as much differential. So with a ball that doesn't have a lot of differential to it, I got to make sure that I want to get it started just a little bit sooner with my hand. And again, if we want to put that in the category of creating touch, we can definitely do that. Alrighty. So that I can get this ball to shape to the pocket the way that I need it to. And I want to do exactly that. All right, let's get this ball to shape the way that we need it to shape. So I create the touch, get it to that spot down lane. We're trying to get it to about 5, 6 down lane to get it to make it back. There we go. That was better. That was a good one. So, as you guys can see, when it comes to practice, we're not really bowling for score. We're bowling to see exactly what it is that we need to do with the equipment that we bring. A couple of tips: when you're practicing, bring a couple of different shapes. Bring some higher pins, bring some lower pins, bring some pin down, bring some pin axis, and throw all of them. Because if you're going out to a league, you're going out to a tournament, you're bringing these bowling balls as a just in case. You're not bringing it to say, hey, I'm going to use all these bowling balls, but it is so crucial in today's game to understand what each bowling ball is doing and at what time they're doing it, so you'll be able to make the quickest, best adjustment that you can to save your frames and to bowl a good game. So you guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me during my practice session. Thank you guys so much for supporting Josh and Tajiri Ball Reviews and myself, and I look forward to seeing everybody when I'm out on tour in 2025. What do they do? They are tight here.
They are tight here.
And I think but there's friction to the right.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me reset this to throw a better one.